Hey everybody, it's another day that ends in Y, and that means there's another $200 million entertainment product that failed, and we're gonna talk about it. Hello my friends, and welcome to The Pondering. I am the real-life fake wizard. If this video brings you any value at all, I invite you to subscribe to this channel where we're posting new videos as much as we can. Add it to the long list of complete disasters that make up this year's video game releases. Dragon Age Veilguard is underperforming compared to where EA likely wanted it to perform. And it's like, well, yeah, we kind of saw that coming, didn't we? When they decided to alienate their core audience and move very far left of center from where the game's original art aesthetic was, are we really surprised? Dragon Age Origins and even Dragon Age 2 were dense, narrative-focused games with a dark fantasy aesthetic. The Veilguard is much more of a romantasy, a romance fantasy aesthetic, with a big marketing push around the characters you can bang. There are already many creators covering this topic in depth, but something fun to discuss was how, upon the game's release, there were shills on Twitter stroking themselves in celebration that this game sold something like 70,000 units and that it was a commercial hit. Only for a few weeks later for us to see that it's selling closer to Final Fantasy Rebirth and Dragon's Dogma 2, according to Chris Dring from Games Industry. Well, how does that matter? How do we know that it's a flop then? Those are very good questions. Well, we know that Rebirth underperformed from what Square wanted, and it cost a fortune, so much so that Square Enix said they're moving away from a PlayStation-only exclusive model, and then published the entire Kingdom Hearts saga on Steam in hopes to make up the difference. Rebirth cost about $200 million and cleared 2 million units within the first month or so of launch. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a slightly different case. It cost an estimated $80 million less to make than Veilguard and Rebirth, but still cleared about 2 million units, which is good, and it seems Capcom is happy with that. A smaller budget to create the game makes it much easier to clear a break-even point and start making profit. Dogma also had a controversy of microtransactions that may have impacted sales, but we have no clear evidence of that. Anecdotally, I have not bought it yet myself. I will, I'm just waiting for that Black Friday sale price. Know what I mean? And then we take a big step back and we have to say, well, what does this have to do with Dragon Age Veilguard? So Veilguard is estimated to cost over $250 million. That's a lot of money. If it sold similar numbers to Dogma and Rebirth, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it sold 3 million units. That's not nearly enough to cover its budget back. And this game has something that those other two games do not have. Apathy. See, Final Fantasy Rebirth was landlocked to the PlayStation 5. PC and Xbox players might have bought it if they had the option. Final Fantasy's core consumer base might not be exactly what it once was, but it's still there. It's not a dead brand by any means. Veilguard is available on everything right now. It's on all platforms, and it's already underperformed, and that's because there's apathy around the brand. No one is going to buy it, even when it goes on sale, or certainly not to the figures of making a fortune. Then there's another factor I'd like to introduce, and that's the Star Wars Outlaws equation. We've learned that there is a barometer to success, and if we pay attention to the earnings calls of these publicly traded companies, we can learn a thing or two. Star Wars Outlaws was set to cost $200 million as well, just like everything else. And in the earnings calls with Ubisoft, after each call, the estimates for what the game would sell continued to decline. At one point, it was supposed to sell 8 million units, then down to 5 million. And that estimation of only clearing 5 million units was enough for shareholders to get really butthurt and upset. 5 million units sold on the barometer of a $200 million game is considered a failed investment by these investors. Another equation I would like to bring up is Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 cleaned up a few of the 2023's Game of the Year awards and cost Remedy $75 million to make. Remedy also got a lot of outside funding of a sort to make this game, but even just recently, the game still hasn't made its marketing budget back. And Alan Wake 2 cleared 1.3 million units as of February of 2024. These stupid-ass companies spend money gratuitously developing these projects with polarized content, thinking that they're going to make their money back on principle alone, that gamers are going to buy this stuff anyway, so I can make whatever I want, whether it's good or bad in the eyes of the customer. These games and movies and TV shows are created from a place of narcissism and selfishness. When I see any of the clips from Dragon Age Veilguard, I can't help but have this immediate gut reaction of, boy, I can't wait for EA to finally close BioWare for good. And that's sad, because BioWare was a company to be revered when I was young. Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, the original Dragon Ages. These were all titles that were considered pioneers in the RPG space. And now they're making games that are focused more on real-world, modern-day gender identity than fantastical escapism storytelling. Here's the point inside of the story. I was on a panel about a week ago, and the conversation came up as a question. Should we, as fans of these properties, be trying to save or salvage these franchises that we're fans of? You know, should we hope that these companies like Disney, EA, BioWare, Square Enix, Bethesda, should we hope that they get better? Should we hope that they start making games for us again? And by us, I mean general audiences, not neckbeards like me. And the answer to that is no. No, hold tight to the franchises that you love. Buy the games, see the movies from the companies that appeal to your morality, your standards, but burn everything else to the ground, in a metaphorical sense, in Minecraft. I want to see these companies collapse. They don't deserve to get bailed out. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt anymore. They're not making products for you or me, and we should not endorse it or promote it. We should close our wallets and stop buying. Do you know that they laugh at you? These creators and business people laugh at you when you buy these products that are created to mock you. Your heroes are all dead, storytelling is contrived now, and creativity in entertainment media has never been lower. Why should we reward companies that actively create aggressive mediocrity? We shouldn't, and we should celebrate their demise. Something that is truly beautiful about the world we live in today is that the market determines success and the market determines failures. You are the market. You determine what wins and loses. You do it with your wallet. When you abstain from spending your money on companies that laugh at you, they lose, even if it's just you, and even if you stand alone. Oh, and here's the other thing. The market always wins in the end. Don't ever be black-pilled or think that the odds are against you. Question everything. Challenge leadership. Stop buying. Close your wallets. Force these companies to serve you again by choosing to watch them burn up all their investment dollars. That is how you win. My friends, thank you for joining me for this pondering video on Dragon Age the Veilguard. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're new here and want to see more from me, consider hitting the subscribe button. And until next time, create, innovate, inspire. May the contrived thread of destiny from the Acolyte be with you. And for the love of God, cancel Disney Plus. So, I guess that's it. See ya.